Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are looking at this 1976 Triumph TR6. It's a restored vehicle, slightly older restoration, but it still looks pretty good. It's everything, not everything is brand new and restored, it's mostly refreshed, but it does look pretty nice. Red paint shines nicely, no major issues. There are some chips here and there. This panel, the deck lid is, or the boot, since it's British. This deck lid is aligned well, no major issues. A couple of scratches here and there. Some of these chrome pieces appear to be original, unrestored pieces. Not too bad. Bumpers look good. They were re-chromed. Look nice and shiny and straight with no real issues. Taillights appear to be original pieces. Typical age stress cracks in them, but nothing too bad at all. All looks pretty nice. Rear panel looks good. And around here, like I said, bumpers look good. Rear valance looks good as well. Not dented up or dinged up. A couple little, again, some chips and rubs here and there. Look down the quarter panels, down the doors and fenders. It is a pretty straight car. Not too bad at all. Not perfect, but not bad. I'd say, as far as paint and body work goes, out of 10, I'd say it's about a 7 to 8. With some bodywork scratches starting to show, things like that. But other than that, it's, like I said, nice driving, nice driver car. Door gaps all line up pretty nicely with no real issues. Again, some chips on the end of the doors here and there. Original handles, you can see some minor pitting in them. Also original XXX glass throughout. Windshield is a XXX unit as well. As we go down here, fenders all look pretty good. I also don't see a lot of replaced panels, so paint thickness is pretty decent. There is some body work here and there. Obviously it's a restoration, but for the most part it's pretty good. A couple of cracked paint areas on the door here, and this passenger side fender, right side fender, also has a couple of stress cracks in the paintwork. The hood is a little out of alignment. It sticks up a bit here, as you can see. And we look at it from the top. We also see that it's really close here and gets a little wider as we go down. I know the fenders and hood adjust on these. This fender is pretty tight to where it should be. And so that hood, so it just needs some tweaking and aligning to make it perfect, but it does present pretty well. This side, as you can see, is a pretty big gap, so that's where that hood could come over a bit. And there are a couple of chips here and there on the front of the hood that have been touched up, things like that. The front all looks pretty nice. Headlights, grill looks to be original unit. You can see a little bit of aging on it, but again, not too bad at all. Bumper also presents well, most likely re-chromed, as does the front valance. All looks pretty good. Down this side, car's pretty straight, same as the other side, no real issues. A couple of chips and dings here and there, some here, but for the most part, all looks pretty good. This door gap is slightly off, but again, not too bad at all. And down here, these gaps also look well. Now, as far as just some things here and there. As far as wheels, tires, and brakes, they all do look pretty good. It's got the mini lights on it, which look nice. Tires all have about 8 to 9 30-seconds of tread with no real issues, and appear in pretty good shape, probably ready for the road, no real issues. Front discs look good as well. There's about, I'd say, 65% or so left on them, so we have no real issues there. While we're here, we'll go underneath. Under here, it has been cleaned up. Mechanical components look like they've been restored. All looks pretty nice. No leaks, no rust issues that I see. All looks pretty decent under here. And same as we go over to the passenger side. Suspension components all look pretty nice, pretty clean. Again, nice driver quality restoration. So we go underneath here. Rocker panels all seem to be pretty solid. They do have the rocker shelts on them. So I can't do paint thickness on them, but they all seem to look pretty decent, except this one does have a little bit of a dent in it. The floors have been replaced. You can see there are new floors here. Hard to get, there we go. So they are brand new floors. They don't look like they've been coated other than the factory, how they come with the black E-coating, but they are there. You see the stickers of the new panels there. Frame looks good throughout. I don't see any signs of rot or strange patches or anything like that. All that stuff looks pretty good. And it does have a stainless exhaust. Looks pretty nice. Pretty good all the way down. Dual. Under here, again, no major issues. Rear looks good. I don't see any real big leaks or anything of that nature. And again, rust, I do not see any. All these panels look good and original. You can see uncoated, nothing's hiding, anything like that. Fairly honest car. And original factory spot welds, things like that I see in a lot of places here, so I don't think a lot's been replaced. And on this side, same story. All looks pretty decent, with no real issues. Down this side, this rocker is nice, with no issues, no dents or anything like that. And this driver's side floor has been replaced as well. You can see again, the sticker there. And they have been lap welded, not butt welded. You can see the ends, I think, right there. Yep, there you go. And again, clutch looks pretty good. No major leaks or anything like that. All looks pretty decent. So going to the interior, I said windows look good all around. Top appears to be pretty original. There are a couple of repaired rips in there. A couple of things here you'll see. So little things, little marks here and there. These buttons are undone, but they are there. All look pretty decent. Doors look good as well. No rust or anything like that underneath. Door panels, interior looks mostly original, if not older replacements, but they do look pretty good. Windows roll up and down just as they should, no issues. Seats look pretty good. I think these are kind of factory splits here, or just a kind of older way of doing things. Carpets look decent throughout. It does have floor mats. Underneath, they're not really stained or anything like that. Nothing smells weird. A little bit of wear here and there, but for the most part, looks pretty good. A couple of wires hanging, probably from all this aftermarket stereo stuff, but everything looks good under there. Dash also looks original. Buttons, gauges, all that stuff all looks original and pretty decent shape. A couple of little cracks in the dash, but nothing major, nothing on the top here. There are a couple as we go over here. The little guy here and a little guy right here. Other than that, though, the wood grain looks nice. Gauges look nice. This works as it should, with no real issues. The vinyl is pulling up a little bit here on the shifter boot. Again, all this interior stuff is pretty original looking. The top I mentioned before, you can see some patches, some tape patches, things like that. A couple of different spots. And it's a little stained and just old from being original. Let me turn around here, sorry. Now the back, this all looks pretty good. Interior looks nice, carpets are nice. It has the parade boot here. No real issues. Again, all looks pretty good. Go around to the passenger side. And same story on the passenger side. Doors open and close nice. No alignment issues. Up a little bit of a hinge noise there. But this side looks pretty nice. No rust under here either. All looks pretty good. This panel is pulling a little bit. You can see how it's pulling out a little. But again, windows all seem to work right with no issues. Carpets on this side look just as nice with no issues, and seats are of similar condition with no real problems. Those little kind of splits there, but other than that, they look pretty good. Nice and cushy too. Horsehair's not falling out or anything. All looks pretty good. And this top is, like I said, original, kind of stretched. In the trunk, it also looks pretty nice. Nice and solid. Here we do have a bunch of restoration manuals and things like that. There is a binder of restoration things and parts books, things like that. There's a cover, I believe it's a tonneau cover. Yep, looks like a tonneau cover. Carpet in here looks good, and underneath the carpet you'll see photos, but everything looks pretty good in here. Nice and solid, and under here is a spare tire and the tools. This side looks nice as well. No real issues here. There we go. Okay, now we'll pop the hood. Leave that trunk open for now. Okay, here we go. We're here. So it looks nice under here, nice and clean. Nicely restored under here. Everything, mechanical components look like they've all been redone, gone over. Engine is nice and clean with no leaks or any issues of that nature. Everything looks well taken care of and pretty new, which is nice. We did a test on the oil, and it looks nice and clean with no issues. We got a green light on contamination. Under here looks good as well. No frothing or anything of that nature. Let me show you here. So it looks pretty clean in there with no issues. Battery looks pretty new. We got a 12, almost 13 volts on that. Brake fluid, we got 3% humidity, so it's a little older, but not a major deal, not a major issue. Coolant looks good as well. We tested that. We got negative 20 degrees, I believe, with no real issues. Again, no rust or anything like that in here. Original stickers. All looks pretty clean. We go over to this side. And again, two SUs look nice. They're Zeniths, not SUs, sorry. The exhaust looks good. Everything looks nice and clean with no real issues under here. Bottom of the hood looks good as well with no major issues. So there you have it. Oh, I'm gonna leave that open. I'm gonna do that with two hands. 76 Triumph TR6. Looks to be pretty ready for the road, ready to enjoy and cruise. So there you have it. As usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.